welcome to the Home Care Bosses United YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to share with you what you can do if you're feeling burnt out in your career right now. So I'm Denis. I am the Home Care Agency startup and growth expert. And what we do, we help burnt out, overworked, frustrated nurses start and grow their own home care agency so they can have more of a life, more income, more impact, build generational wealth, and be the home care boss that they desire to be. And I believe that most nurses have experienced burnt out at one point. I was a bedside nurse and I know exactly how it feels to feel burnt out. Actually, I call myself an ex-burnt out nurse. I know exactly how it feels to feel burnt out in your career. And I know we never thought when we went into nursing school that one day we'll feel burned out from our career, because when we went to nursing school, we are eager. I remember when I went into nursing school, I was eager. I couldn't wait to finish nursing school so I can go on the floor and start saving life and start working as a nurse. And I did that. I was excited. But into a couple years into my career, I started feeling burnt out. And I know I'm not the only one who have experienced this. And I've gone through this. And not only now I'm over that experience of being burnt out. So today I'm going to share with you a few steps that you can do when you start feeling burnt out. So I remember when I started feeling burnt out, what I started doing, I started using words of affirmation, only to find out that words of affirmation, they don't work if you don't take actions. I still like words of affirmation, but I know in my circumstance, they didn't work until I started taking action. I remember I used to drive 30 minutes to go to work, and as I'm driving to go to work, I'm telling myself, I love my job. I love my job. I love my job. I was trying to connect my mind, my body, my soul, and saying those words of affirmation, thinking if I say this long enough, I will go to work and feel like I actually love what I was doing. But I was doing that for months and nothing happened. And that's when I realized, hey, I can just only say words of affirmation. I have to take actions. And when you start feeling burnt out, the first thing that you need to know is to remember, why did you get into nursing into the first place? What is your why? Why are you doing this? Are you doing this because you want to save the world? Are you doing this because you want to help people? What is the reason why you are doing this? And once you figure out why you are doing this, you will quickly realize like your why can stay the same, but the vehicle that you choose to carry out your why can be different. You don't, like, nursing has evolved right now. You don't have to be a bedside nurse to be a nurse. You can be a nurse entrepreneur. You can switch career and your why can remain the same. Just the vehicle in which you carry your why is different. So that's the first thing that you need to realize. What is your why? And the second thing, you need to realize, what is the type of vehicle that you want to carry that your why out into the season that you are in. The last season you were in, maybe you are carrying that why to your nursing career. But right now, it's time for a change. And lots of times we look at burnt out, we think, hey, burnt out is bad. But I don't now I'm looking back, I don't think burnt out is bad. I think burnt out is just our way for our body to tell us there is more for us. It's time for a change. And once we realize, hey, this is our why, now we need to see in what direction that we need to take our why, what vehicle that we need to carry our why. And for some people, it may be like a change of career. For some people, it may be becoming your own home care boss or becoming a home nurse entrepreneur, whatever the aspect it might be. So it's not gonna look the same for everybody, but you can figure in the season that you are in, which is the vehicle that you're gonna use to carry your why. I remember when I was in your shoes, when I was feeling burnt out, and the normal tendency, in which is what we see everybody else do, that's what we feel like we should do. The normal tendency is that, hey, let's go back to school. Let's go get that master's. Let's go get that doctorate. And if that's what you want, there's absolutely nothing about that wrong with that, right? If that's what you want, there's absolutely nothing wrong about that. You just have to make sure that's exactly what you want. But the normal tendency when you start feeling burnt out is let's go get that graduate degree, get that master's, get that doctorate, or let's move to another unit. And that's what I did. I went back to school. I went to get my master's in nursing education. I changed unit. I went and worked in the intensive care unit, but only to find out that's still not fulfilling, that I was just doing more of the same thing that my mind, my body, and my soul was telling me you need to stop doing. But I went and started doing things so I can keep doing more of the same thing. And if you start doing more of the same thing, you're gonna find yourself burnt out, over, frustrated again, and not knowing what exactly you should do next. So when you're feeling that burnt out, you need to figure in this season what vehicle you're gonna use to carry your why. Once you have that vehicle, I want you to have an exit plan. You don't want to wake up and say, hey, I'm no longer want to be here. I'm quitting my job today. I did that, but I don't advise you to do that, okay? I want you to have an actual exit plan. Map out what is it that you're going to do in order to leave the position where you are right now. You have to have an exit plan. What do you need to see as a measure of success before you basically jump ship? So you have to have that exit plan. It's really crucial that you not just jump ship because you're tired, you're overworked, you're frustrated, but you want to make sure you're doing something that you have a plan. Nobody start building a house without seeing like the plan and everything that you need for it. So you need to start having that exit plan. And once you have an exit plan, you can have an exit plan and have it sitting on your desk right here and not doing anything with it. And it's worthless. Once you have that exit plan, now it's time for you to take actions so you can bring your goals, your dream to life. And as nurses, I believe that we have the best set of skills to bring our why into nurse entrepreneurship, whether it's to have your own home care agency or whatever it is that you're interested in at this moment. I believe we have the best set of skills. The skills that we have, we can transfer them into entrepreneurship and be successful business owner. And I've done this. I know how it has been. Like just like you, I was a nurse for a long time and I experienced burnt out. I didn't know what to do. Guess what I did? Went back, got my master's. Not only that, changed job. Still felt the same until I decided my passion is still the same. I want to help people, but in this season, I want to help people through my own home care agency. And when I decided to do that to my own home care agency, I decided, hey, let me start doing the research. How can I start my own home care agency? What does it take? Because it takes time to start a business and build a business. It takes time from the time that you think about having a business to actually bring it to life. It takes time and it's going to require lots of research. So I started doing lots of research to really see what will it take, and do I have what it takes in order to make my dream of becoming a home care agency a reality. And when I saw that I had what it takes, even though I still felt fearful, because you're not really gonna feel like, hey, I got this, because that's something you never done before. Even though I felt a certain level of comfort that I could move forward, I was still afraid. I was still afraid of what's gonna happen. I was still afraid and of the unknown. I was still asking myself, am I gonna succeed? But even though I was asking those questions, I did not let those questions stop me. I still went ahead and started my home care agency. And I'll be the first to tell you, having a home care agency is not easy. It's not for the faint of heart. There's ups, there's down, and I would trade it for anything else in the world. And one of the things that is like one of the down part of this business is really having to deal with people, having to deal with people at a higher level. Like when you work as a bedside nurse, you have to deal with people, But guess what? There's a higher level. There's the next person in the chain of command that you can get that person to. There's only so far that you can get with them until you get to the next chain of command. But when you the owner, you are the chain of command. You are the last person that everybody is looking at. And at times, that having to deal with people can take an emotional toll on you. Not only that, having to, like, when you're dealing with people, it's your business name at at stake. You're looking to be perfect. You're trying to do everything, and when they say something that doesn't go your way, you tend to take it personally and have all of those emotional toll. And sometimes I stay in bed and I cry. I'm like, what did I get myself into? But even with all of those, I wouldn't trade it for anything. The rewards, being able to give people in my community jobs that help them take care of their family, being able to take care of my clients, giving them the best care that they will have never had if it wasn't for our agency. Those rewards bring a smile in my face. And not only that, the freedom that having a business have allowed me to do, the impact that having a business have allowed me to do, the flexibility. So just like everything else, there's ups and downs, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. So if you're feeling burnt out right now and you know starting your home care agency is the next best step for you, we'll love to serve you. We'll invite you to join our free info session where you will learn how can my team help you start and grow your own profitable home care agency so you can have more freedom, not only time freedom, financial freedom, and build a legacy for the next generation. Be sure to check the link in the description so you can see how we can help you and how you can join our next info session. And make sure you subscribe to our channel. See you soon.